welcome to the channel and a couple of updates on where we're at with the Monterey. It seems like I'm making videos on a regular basis, and then I get a couple of messages that say, hey, when you put another video up, and then I look and it's already 8 days gone by, and of course me and the boys have been putting a fair amount of time in. I wasn't going to bore you all with measure, because that definitely went on for a little bit, as well as we got into messing with body mounts and where we figured that they needed to be shimmed. So I definitely have a few points I'm going to catch up on. So probably this is like 4 videos in one. I've been very neglected to get cameras set up all the time, so mostly it's our overhead cameras that capture everything, but I will definitely be trying to make a better effort to get more of our hands-on working going on. But I'll just start with simple stuff, and if you find there's a couple of cuts in it, it's because normally I try to do all these videos in one shoot, but sometimes I lose my train of thought or I forget about something, so if I do, that'll be the reason for the chops. But let's start with something a little interesting. So our buddy Richie had picked up the paint for the rims, and this is the color that he got. So that's the base paint. That'll be getting cleared over on the rims. That's the color we're going with. So oddly enough, this is Carnival Red that the dash needs to be painted. This is actually a satin one-stage paint, so that's all your hardeners and everything. So it's kind of a good sign to see some tape and stuff like that we need. But I was really surprised to find out how actually close these two colors are. So when Buddy did the match on those rims, that color actually looks really good. So that's kind of exciting. That's going to be a nice match. We've actually prepped almost all the interior pieces now, and those are going to him by the end of the week, hopefully, and he's all ready to get those painted up for us. So contacted a local rad shop, and of course wanted to get the heater core tested and the radiator, get them pressure tested, so we know they're good. So we were able to have a good look at the heater box. This is right out of the convertible. It just really needs a good cleaning up in that, and a little bit of rust restoration here, and it's going to be able to go right back into the car. And oddly enough, there's a good chance this could be the original defroster motor in the car, and we already tested it, and it runs perfectly. The bearings are still tight in it, so that is going right back into the car. So what's changed since the last time we were looking at the car is that we wound up taking the clip back off and putting in the inner fenders, because we wanted to make sure that we had the right span between the rad support and the firewall, and to make sure that everything was fit. Even though we thought it looked really good, we thought, well, before we get caught and start committing to anything, we'll whip them back in the car. And everything actually did line up good. We were able to mess with the door a little bit more, and now we know all our numbers. So the firewall is actually now all the way welded across, and making our way down into the A-pillars to get all the rest of this welded. So both sides of this now are actually 100% attached, so you can see where this is a little further along, and then still got to work the rest of the way down to the bottom here. But the firewall is no longer going to move. I don't even know if it would show up, but as well, some of the welds on the inner A-pillar are also done now. So I guess I'll just go as I'm walking along. So Mitch calls me and he says, hey, I think there's something going on with the stainless trim that goes around this window. I said, well, what do you mean? He says, well, it doesn't seem to be the same shape as the other window. So I went and checked the glass that we pulled out of both doors, and we only have one conclusion. So the driver's door, we believe, is the original glass, and where it goes across the top here, both the glass and the stainless steel have a very slight, it's very slight, but there is an arch that goes across here. This, of course, is a replacement door from the accident from many years ago, and we've come to the conclusion that quite possibly this door is actually off of a coupe, so a two-door hardtop, because the glass that goes across the top here has a perfectly straight line that goes right along here. And like Mitch showed me, it looks like when Buddy, the body guy, whoever, put this door on at the time, had tried to use pliers all the way along the top and create a little bit of an arch. He probably had a hard time getting it to mate to the seal that goes across the convertible top. So just one more surprise that we've come across. Like, it never ends with this car. That's what we've decided. It just never ends with this car. So one of our big triumphs this past week and a half, I guess it's been, is that this white top of the convertible is now actually spot welded to the four-door sedan quarter panel. So we made the actual attachment, and both sides actually now are done. We're not quite as happy with this one here. It's got just a little bit of a lull right here. I don't know how well that would show up on a camera, but all the way along now, it's tack welded, so you know there's lots of finish welding to be done there. But we haven't committed the brackets, that one right up in there. So on both sides of the trunk, I don't know if that'll show. Yeah, it's down there. Anyways, we haven't committed those because it's still giving us control over this back deck. And we just want to make sure that the plane that we wind up putting it on is an identical match to the trunk deck. So the trunk deck is yet another story. We knew coming into this when we were working our way from the front of the car, and we got to this point, and then we just kind of had a look at what was going on at the back trunk here. We wound up realizing that the sedan body was roughly a quarter of an inch shorter than the convertible actually is. So this piece has to go on the back. Let's show you here. So this is your rear piece, and you can see how that has to line up with that edge right there. And here, I'm not real good with this one-handed stuff, but and as well there. So when I shove that up a little bit, you can see that's a little bit off. I don't have it all the way up at the front. So the boys put in a really hard day working on this trunk deck. Let's see if I can pull this back. Oh yeah, great. They're going to be mad at me. I popped the seal there. So they did it in increments. There we go. But they reshaved the entire contour of this. It was the only way we decided would be the simplest way without like moving this track forward on the car. And actually this was our line when we aligned that back trim up. This was the line that we actually marked out. So this is how much shorter the sedan was than the convertible and what we had to take out of the trunk deck. So we have to repair this, of course, because I don't know if it'll show up on the camera, but you can see there's a bit of an edge down in here, and that's because now the actual skins are separated. So we have to actually repair this. But they did a really good job, actually, of keeping the contour. And I mean, we're still going to be hitting this with a file and getting it a little bit straighter, but this actually fits now. So from the point of view, or at least I guess our point of view now, the entire car is actually tacked together at least. It's obviously not all welded, but we're getting very close to making some final welds on the last of these pieces all here. And of course, we got that giant opening that has to be dealt with, and we have a bit of a trick up our sleeve. We figured something else out to make that job a little bit easier. So a lot more welding to be done, and the midsection of the car has to be welded. We're going to take a couple more measurements before we commit to those back brackets, just to make sure that the numbers have stayed and not moved with all the new welding done. and the inner panels or inner fenders and that will be coming back off the car because we're actually done with the front of the car now. We don't need any more of this on the car. Somebody had done a repair at one time on we're guessing on an engine manifold or something, and they actually cut the inner fender, so we're going to get that all repaired. We've actually made a decision on what we're doing, so we're painting the firewall Corinthian white to match the entire body. We're painting the inner fenders and the rad support gloss black, as well as the top of the fan shroud will be gloss black, and then we've decided to actually go with Ford blue for the block. Maybe we stared at this one for too long, but Ford blue is going to be just to give us a little contrast in there with a black. We have the original breather will be black, and that we just figure it's not really an all original project now, so giving it a little bit of appeal more to what we would like to see is where we're at with that look now. So it's progress. It's coming along. And I suppose probably Mitch is gone for 2 weeks now, so it's just going to be me and Tim for a bit. But we have to get all that stuff established at the back. There's lots more welding to get done, so the next couple of weeks should be pretty good. All of the interior pieces now will be going to Little Richie at the end of the week, and when he gets those painted, we'll have some fresh looking stuff to look at, I guess. We did get another little box of parts. I could tell you a little bit more about Bud's Classic Parts. They specialize in 63 Galaxy parts, actually. But there was a few parts that totally crossed between the two cars, and we're going to be ordering more from them. They were very efficient, and the parts were here extremely quickly. So, as always, I want to tell everybody thanks for watching the channel. I'll try to get more cameras on everything so that you're getting a little more of our hands-on work. But it's starting to look like a car, sort of. Maybe one day it'll actually drive. So have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.